Senator, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Brian.
Facebook says it's going to go ahead and voluntarily implement this kind of disclosure. That's what Mark Zuckerberg announced a few days ago. Is that enough voluntary disclosure by Facebook?
Well, listen, I'm glad that Facebook has finally stepped forward. 10 months ago, I started raising this issue. 10 months ago, Facebook was saying, hey, that's crazy. There was no Russian interference. There was no Russian involvement. Well, we've seen now there was dramatic Russian involvement, both in terms of paid advertising as well as these so-called fake accounts, and we still don't know the total number of fake accounts. I don't think we know the full extent of the Russian advertising. I'm glad that Facebook has finally stepped forward. I wish they would have stepped forward much earlier. We will be, the proof of how thorough Facebook will be in the coming weeks. We've not received any of their information yet. They will disclose that to us next week. We want to try to find a way to make some of those ads and other information public, because at the end of the day, this is really about the public's need to know both the source of the content that's coming at them from a political context, and to be assured that if a series of individuals are liking a certain story or liking a certain account, that those individuals are actually who they represent themselves to be, not Russian agents, for example.
But forgive me for being skeptical here. If I set up a Facebook page called Make America Great Again, and I never mentioned Donald Trump in that group, is Facebook going to call that political or not? There's a lot of questions about how to even define political ads.
Ryan, you're exactly right. We recognize the absolute need to protect individuals' privacy. That has got to be one of our tenets. But there's also this requirement, I believe, around disclosure, so that if you're for or against a candidate or for or against a cause, you ought to be able to see the content that's being launched against you, particularly if it comes from a foreign source.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is disclosure enough? I mean, mere disclosure does not seem to be enough to deter bad actors. Have you thought about going further beyond regulation to restrictions against political advertising on social networking sites?
Listen, social media is transformative. It's over half of America looks at their Facebook account every day. They use it on a regular basis. I would like to start with a light touch. I'd like to start and make, again, this iterative. We probably won't get it 100% right at first.